Hey kids, it's me again, Pastor Young, and I'm here with another Salvation Short. Remember, in these quick episodes, I take a topic that might be kind of tough to understand, might be tough to explain, and I try to make it really easy so that anybody can understand it. Our last episode, we started with the armor of God. Remember, the armor of God is what the Lord gave us so that we would not go into battle fully exposed, fully, just walking out there with nothing to cover us up. He doesn't want that. He wants you to be well equipped so that whenever you go into the battle with the enemy is scared to death. Now, last episode, I covered the first two pieces of armor. First, we've got the belt of truth, right? The belt is what holds everything together. It's what holds me in tight. And then I've got the breastplate of righteousness. That's whenever I live the truth that I know. Now it's time for us to add a couple more pieces. Hit me. The next piece, it says, take with you the shoes shod with the gospel of peace. Whoa. Kids, the Lord doesn't want you walking around barefoot. He has specifically given you shoes. Now, there's some people out there, they're really, really shoe people, and they got the Jordans, and they got the Adidas, and they got the other shoes. They're shoe people. Did you know that the Lord, He's a shoe guy too, okay? But He didn't say, I want you to be in Air Jordans. He didn't say, I want you to be in Shaqs or, Curry's, or He said, I want you to take shoes of peace. What is peace? Peace is where I know I'm going to be okay. That's what peace is. Peace is where I can close my eyes and know that my God is so big, He's so strong, He's so mighty, and He cares about me so much that perfect love casts out my fear, and all I'm left with is peace that passes understanding. Kids, whenever you notice He says, the shoes of peace. You know what that means? That means where I go, the path that I take, where my feet find to go, that it doesn't matter where He tries to pull me. It doesn't matter where He directs my path. Wherever I am, that's where He's going to be. And if He's there, I'm going to be okay. So I've got shoes shod with the gospel of peace. The next piece of armor, He says, I want you to take with you the shield of faith. He says that your faith is your shield. Now, did you know that you might have a little bit of faith, or you might have a whole bunch of faith? But you know what Jesus said? He said, if you have faith just the size of a mustard seed, that's little faith. That's a tiny bit of faith. He said, if you just have that much faith, you can speak to a mountain, and the mountain will be removed and cast into the ocean. Wow. It's amazing what just a little bit of faith can do. What is faith? Faith is whenever, the Bible says, it's the substance of things that I hope for. It's the evidence of things I haven't seen yet. Well, what does that mean, Pastor Young? Let me tell you, it's really easy. Faith is what I do to show what I believe. Faith is what I say to show what I think. Faith is how I act. Faith is the choices that I make. Faith is the decisions that I make because I know that God is going to be with me. Faith is that whenever I am totally certain, I know that this is going to work out. I know that things are going to be okay. You see, kids, whenever you have that in your life, It doesn't matter if you feel like you have just a little bit of faith, because a little bit of faith goes a long ways. God knows how to prove himself to you over and over and over. And kids, your teachers will agree with this, I'm sure. After God has proven himself over and over, your faith gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you know what that means? More and more and more of you is covered, because your shield grows every time your faith grows. So kids, you got to get this armor in your life. You got to make sure that you've got the belt of truth. You got to make sure that you got the breastplate of righteousness. You got to make sure that you've got the shoes of peace, and you got to make sure that you carry with you the shield of faith. And you would think that would be enough, but guess what? I've got 2 more pieces of armor that I still haven't even talked about yet. So I'll see you next time, and I'll talk about those.